Okay, everybody, here we are doing the other part of your homework, and this is probably the part that's going to take you longer. Remember, on this side, we do all of the problems. On the back, you get to choose any 5 you want. So let's start here on this side. First of all, I'm going to go up here in the corner, and I'm going to draw my template for a 45, 45, 90. So I'm going to put the little 45, and I have S, S, S root 2. Then I'm going to draw my 30, 60, 90. There's my 30-degree angle. That means this is L, L root 3, and 2L. So first of all, when I look at this number 1, I notice it's a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Come over, look at your template. Remember what it is. S, S, S root 2. Just so we know these guys are the same. They're S's. So what is Y? Y equals 5. And this side is 5 times root 2, the number 5. Okay? Now let's look over here at number 2. This is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So here's my template for the 30, 60, 90 triangle. I know that there is my 30, across from the 30, that's my littlest side. Then I have my hypotenuse, which is across from the 90. That's 2 times my littlest side. And then this longer leg is the littlest side times root 3. Where do I have information? Notice right here. What's in the position of L? Well, do you notice that 9 is in the same position as L? So we know Y equals 9. And this means that will be 2 times 9, which is 18. Okay, let's look down here at, I want to skip number 3. I don't think it's very difficult. Number 4, on the other hand, is quite a bear, because this is my hypotenuse. Notice we have a 30, 60, 90 triangle. My 30-degree angle isn't even marked. I have to remember where that is. Go up, look at your template. Remember, across from the 30-degree angle is my L. My hypotenuse is 2L, and my longer leg is L times the root of 3. So I know these two things equal each other. 10 times the root of 3 over 3 equals 2L. Now I could divide this by 2, but isn't division the same thing as multiplying by 1/2? Yes, it is. So on this side I'm going to be left with L, and I'm going to multiply 1/2 on this side. Remember, when we multiply across, I know that this is equal to 10 root 3 over 6. Does that simplify? 10 over 6? Well, I could take 2 out of both. I know that would be 5/3. So I know this Y is 5/3 over root 3. So now I'm going to go over here, and I know that if I plug that in for L, and I'm going to do this problem down here, L root 3 is what I want. I'm just going to plug that in for my L. So I have 5 root 3 over 3 times the root of 3 over 1. See that? So we're going to multiply across. And I know root 3 times the root 3 is the root of 9. 5 root 9 is 3. Notice I have 3 over 3. So what is my answer? 5. Any questions about that? That one's quite tricky. Okay? Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense to you. And this problem written down right here is about the easiest way to think about it. Just take your L, plug it into the position, and then just do the multiplication. Okay? Let's do another 30, 60, 90 triangle, because I think that's where most of you are struggling. Remember, you can do any 5 you want on this page. This will be the last one I do with you here. Notice that this is a 30, 60, 90. Put our template on it. L. L times 2, or 2L. And this is L times the radical 3. So all I do is I know 4 is L. So this becomes 4 times 2, which is 8. And this becomes 4 roots of 3. Let's look down here at number 9. In number 9, I know that 6, this is a 45, 45, 90. So put our template on here. We have S, S, and S root 2. Remember we said if you want to solve it, 6 equals S times the square root of 2. Okay? So I'm going to divide by the root of 2, which gives this to me in the denominator, right? That's equal to 1. You could also multiply by 1/2 root 2. I can't leave this radical in the denominator, so I've got to multiply by root 2 over root 2. So this becomes a whole number in the bottom, 4, radical of 4, which ultimately becomes 2. And on the numerator we have 6 roots of 2. And that equals S. Does 2 go into 6? Yes, it does. So this is 3 root 2 equals my S. So these sides are both 3 root 2. Okay? Hopefully that's, I mean, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. And so if you're really struggling with this, go back and see if you can't do one more that's different than the ones that I did, just so that you get a little bit more practice doing that. Now we're going to look at the back. Oh, on this side you have to do all of them. I'm sorry, so you're going to have to do some more of them. But let's look at the back. Notice I have lots of different triangles connected here. So we're going to have to find some information in order to be able to transfer it to the other triangle. Because you see this triangle right here? That's a 45, 45, 90 triangle. So I'm going to pretend like this other piece doesn't exist. I know this is S, this is S, this is S root 2. So what is the length of that side? Well, remember, we're going to divide in half and multiply by 2, or set them equal and solve. But that system works. So this side is 5 square roots of 2, which means that side is 5 square roots of 2. So now I'm going to draw this 30, 60, 90 triangle out here a little ways. And I know this side is 5 square roots of 2. Well, they want to know that side. I'm going to pick up a different color for you. This is L, this is 2L, and this is L root 3. Okay? So anywhere we have an L, we can plug that in. And since we want to know this side, that's what I want to do. Take this and plug it in for that L. So we know 5 square roots of 2 times the square root of 3 is going to give me my x. Just multiply your radicals. I know 5 square roots of 6 equals x. And that's finally your answer. So hopefully you'll see that this is like a multi-step problem where you've got to know you've got to work your way through both triangles to be able to solve it. I'm looking here. There was one that I thought was kind of beastly that I wanted to have you do. Matter of fact, I cringed when I saw it. So I'm going to do, let's do this one first. No, let's not do that one. Let's do this one. In this one, I know that this side is 9. So this is what kind of a triangle? A 45, 45, 90 triangle. So I know these two sides are congruent. I also know they're my S's. And I know this is S square root of 2. So when I solve that, I know that this side is equal to 9 square roots of 2 over 2. That's what this hypotenuse is. 9 square roots of 2 over 2. So let's draw this red triangle out here a minute. They want to know the x. And I know from this problem that this side is, see, it's right here. It is 9 square roots of 2 over 2. That's a little bit hard to read. Let's write it again. 9 square roots of 2 over 2. Now, if I put the template on there, and somebody stole my colors again. drives me crazy when they take things out of my container. I'll just use a black pen. That ought to be enough to help you with that. I'm going to put the template down. This is my 30-degree angle. So this is my L. This is the L radical 3. And this is 2L. So I know right here, there's my problem. 2L equals 9 radical 2 over 2. To get rid of that, we multiply by 1/2. It's a little bit easier to multiply 1/2 than to just divide by 2 here, because we're dealing with a couple of fractions side by side. I don't know if that makes sense. Just trust me when you're dealing with these radicals that makes it a little bit easier. So I'm just going to multiply numerator times numerator. Now I have 1L. This is going to cancel, right? 9 radical 2 times 1 is going to stay that. And 2 times 2 is 4. So that is your answer. That's what this side is 9 radical 2 divided by 4. Now, if I wanted to find this other leg, which is not a part of the question, but I just want to show you what we would do. You would take this and plug it in for the L value. So we would say 9 square roots of 2 over 4 times the square root of 3. So we're just going to multiply our radicals, and we would know this is 9 square roots of 6 over 4. And that's as far as you can go. You can't simplify it any further than that. So right there, I've done 2 pretty difficult problems for you. You just need to do 3 more. I would thoroughly encourage you, if you're getting wrapped up in the triangles like I do, I have a hard time with this, draw them apart. It makes it a little bit simpler for you to move your way through the problem. This takes practice. The majority of the time of your homework is going to be spent on these few pages. So I hope that that was helpful for you, and I hope that you will take advantage of the things that I'm doing to try and help you. Please send me an email or come and see me during Spartan time if you're struggling still. Have a great night.